As you guys have heard a lot about by now, Mayor Karen Bass of Los Angeles, California, decided, along with a group called SHRLA, the Coalition for Humane Immigrant Rights Los Angeles, they decided to give immigrants that were impacted by the ICE raids money. Now, Karen Bass says, well, we're going to use this thing called the Angelenos card. Oh, but it's not coming from city funds. It's coming from the organization SHRLA, right? They're all about immigrants' rights and things like that. Then I got to thinking, well, where is our organization? Now, when I say our, I mean Black Americans. Then I got to thinking just a little bit more, and I said, oh, allegedly we have the NAACP, the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, right? So, of course, I got to digging just a little bit more. And, of course, we know that the NAACP was created in 1909. Now, it got created due to the year before, 1908, there was what they call a race riot in Springfield, Illinois, where two Black men, you guys guessed it, were accused of, doing something to two white girls and taking their father's life, right? So, of course, they were supposed to be put on trial, but the sheriff decided to move them because this mob of angry white people started to brew. So they got mad and went into the town of Springfield, which was predominantly Black at the time, and decided to tear it up. Okay? Now, they said it was a mob of 5,000 white Americans and Europeans. You see how they joined together real quick when it's against Black people, right? Well, they went in there and they said about 117 people were killed, right? Now, of course, we know it was more than that. They also said that 117 people were, charged, but only one person was convicted of something minor, right? These are white people. Okay, so again, the NAACP was like, oh, well, gosh, we need to do something about that. So they decided that they would create that club, if you will, association with white people. Now, remember, the idea came from the race riot, but then their mission became, well, we're going to be about the equality, education, political, and economic upliftment of all citizens. Look it up. It says that on their website, their mission, right? All citizens. So it's like, well, how did y'all get all citizens from Black Americans being terrorized and, having their lives taken and their town burnt down? Of course, they put a monument there. There's never any talks of reparations for it at all, right? Just a monument saying, well, this used to be here because this is what happened, right? But from that, they're like, yeah, let's do an all lives matter thing. Which is how, if you really think about it, for colored people, well, the NAACP has helped everybody else specifically but the Black color in the colored people spectrum, right? And it's that way even to this day. Now, every once in a while, we'll hear them say something about something that's happened to Black people. But when it comes to everybody else, oh, they're, in lockstep with, helping them. Now, I also remember Malcolm X asked, why is it that white people want to be at the helm of anything Black? We should be very suspicious of that, right? Now, I say that to say because the NAACP was founded in part by a lot of white people. So what was the angle to all of that? Was it to say, hey, well, we'll use these little race riots and things, and I'm not trying to deduce it, but in their mind, these little race riots, and we'll create these coalitions. We'll use Black people as the front of it, but we'll help everybody else. And that's how it's been operating since 1909, which is why we as Black Americans really have to start having a conversation of divorcing the NAACP because clearly, well, they never even got married to us, right? They pretended. It's almost like, a man saying, well, I really like you. I really, really like you. I want to make you my woman. But instead of an engagement ring, they give you a promise ring. It's like, what is a promise for? Well, what is the promise? Are we going down the aisle? No, we're not going down the aisle. Just promise to be yours. So there is really no commitment there, right? So I'm saying all that to say, yeah, we really need to divorce the NAACP because they've never, ever been about us. Now, I want to go back to SHRLA, about the immigrants in Los Angeles, right? Now, I looked on their website and I was like, okay, well, was there ever a time that they got together with Black organizations? And from what I saw, I didn't see that at all. But I did see in 1996 that they got together with the Asians. Oh, yes, they did. They formed an alliance and all of that, which is why we hear now, whenever, the Hispanics got something going on, then the Asians are right there. Oh, these are our brothers and sisters, and we are in solidarity. Even recently with the ICE raids rather, in Los Angeles, the Asians are right there. We're here in solidarity with them. But then again, you go back to this Black and brown unity facade, if you will. It's like, well, nobody's in lockstep with Black people, though. Again, as I said before, they only say Black and brown unity when they want the Black to get with the brown, but never the brown to get with the Blacks to help the Blacks do anything. So in closing, I'm not mad at Sherla, right? Because they're helping their people, the immigrants and all that. And they even got Karen Bass to say, okay, yeah, we'll load up an Angelino car for them. I'm not mad at them because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to look out for their people. But these organizations and even the Congressional Black Caucus, their mission says all people as well. So these organizations that are supposed to be about Black Americans, they're not. So I'm not going to be mad at Sherla. We should be mad at the NAACP, the CBC, and all these other people for saying that they are about the business of Black Americans, but they never are. So anyway, y'all let me know what you think of that. And for more sci